Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me. The Season 22 Artifact Perks preview has just dropped, which Bungie have announced the next season's artifact. So we're just going to go quickly through the article that's just dropped, and I'll provide my thoughts along the way. Let's just dive right into the article. Artifact Perks preview. In Season 22, the Armor team wants to push the boundaries of how a seasonal artifact can enable you to customize your playstyle every season, unlocking more moment-to-moment gameplay decisions and new build possibilities. Inspired by the success of Strand Tangles, the team worked hard to develop a new sandbox features we've dubbed Elemental Orbs. A set of artifact perks will allow players to create these orbs when they defeat enemies with arc, solar or void weapons. Elemental orbs can then be picked up by any player and thrown to create an elementally aligned explosion that also jolts, scorches or applies volatile depending on the element of the orb. Certain perks deeper in the artifact also have various behaviors that trigger off these orbs and strand tangles, including one that rewards you when allies steal borrowed the ones you make. We think elemental orbs will add novelty to build crafting for next season, and we can't wait to see what kind of build folks come up with while using them. Without further ado, here are the artifacts for Season 22. So we're just going to go quickly through the various columns. So we have the return of the anti-barrier auto rifle, Pierce bowstring, strong against barrier champions, unstoppable scout rifle, which is strong against unstoppable champions, overload hand cannon, and unstoppable fusion rifle, one of the perks that I'm looking forward to, as that can be paired nicely with the Vex Mythic class. So let's move on to the second column. Arc Strand Siphon combo combines the Arc and Strand Siphon mods into one. Solar Strand Siphon combo combines the Solar and Strand Siphon into one. Void Strand Siphon combo combines the Void and Strand Siphon mods into one. And then we have Origin Perk Specialization 1 greatly improves the benefits provided by the Head Rush Nanotech Tracer Rockets, Unsated Hunger and Redacted Origin traits, obviously with the new weapons coming next season. Diviner's Discount. All scavenger mods are discounted, one that I will be intending to use. As for the Siphon combos, the Arc Strand Siphon combo, the Solar Strand Siphon combo and the Void Strand Siphon combo, we usually find these mods on the helmet. And for example, if you equipped a Void Siphon mod, Rapid Void Weapons Final Blows create an Orb of Power. So this will allow you to, instead of equipping, for example, Void and Strand mods, you can actually equip this one and will allow you to combine them into one mod. Let's move on to the third column. Thanatotic Tangles. Strand weapons Final Blows have a chance to generate a tangle. Origin Perk Specialization 2. Weapons with the Head Rush Nanotech Tracer Rockets, Unsated Hunger and Origin traits are always overcharged when that modifier is active. Elemental Orbs. This is the part as mentioned earlier in the video. The new Elemental Orbs mechanic. While using a Void subclass, Void Weapon Final Blows have a chance to spawn a Void Elemental Orb. Void orbs can be thrown to create void explosions that makes enemies it damages volatile. Elemental orbs Arc. While using an Arc subclass, Arc final weapons have a chance to spawn an Arc elemental orb. Arc orbs can be thrown to create an Arc explosion that jolts targets it damages, and we have the same for Solar. While using a Solar subclass, Solar weapons final blows have a chance to spawn a Solar elemental orb. Solar orbs can be thrown to create a Solar explosion that scorches targets it damages. So this is an interesting mechanic that we're going to be having for next season, and we can pair these quite nicely with Void, Arc and Solar subclasses. Moving on to the next row, overload machine guns, and then we have Elemental Fury. While stunned, champions take bonus damage from your ability's elemental orb damage. Communal pickups. When an ally destroys or picks up your tangle or elemental orb, the tangle cooldown is reduced by 5 seconds and you gain bonus damage with weapons matching your subclass for 10 seconds. Refreshing pickups. Picking up a tangle or elemental orb grants energy to your least powered ability, again moving more into the mechanics of the elemental orb. Semi-auto striker. If you have fewer than 2 stacks of armor charge, rapid precision shots with bows, sniper rifles and scout rifles generate an armor charge. A very interesting perk to have for in-game content, especially if you find yourself having fewer than 2 stacks of armor charges constantly. You can use a scout rifle to generate armor charges. And moving on to the last column, Monochromatic Maestro, dealing elemental ability damage increases matching weapon damage, and elemental weapon damage increases matching ability damage. Bonus granted is 10% for 5 seconds. Rapid Fire Ranger, rapid precision hits made from long range weaken the target. This is an excellent perk which you can pair with the semi-auto striker, so that not only with precision hits do you weaken the target, but you're also creating an armor charge should you have 2 armor charges or fewer. Elemental Embrace, subclass elemental buffs grant you bonus recovery and damage resistance against combatant attacks of the matching elemental type. Elemental Munitions, combatant final blows with tangles or elemental blows have a chance to drop special or heavy ammo, again pairing with the new mechanics for that season. And Frenzy Stacks, your armor charges grant bonus damage to your thrown tangles or elemental orbs. Your armor charge now decays over time. So one final note from Bungie here. The perks Overload Machine Guns and Overload Hand Cannons do not currently overcharge those weapons when that modifier is active. This is an unintended bug. Anti-barrier bow and unstoppable fusion rifle will overcharge their weapons, but this is not currently reflected in their in-game descriptions. These issues will be corrected at a later patch. Stay tuned to @Bungie Help for more information in the future. So that's it. What are my thoughts? Just to wrap up the video, what are my thoughts? Strange to see the anti-barrier auto rifle coming back. We've already had it this season. Very interested to use in my build craft the Arc and Siphon combo. Obviously we have Arc Strand, Solar Strand, Void Strand. It depends on my build. Obviously I will be using a combination of these. Very interested to see how I will be using the elemental orbs mechanic and see how we can use that moving forward next season. What I'm very interested in, however, is the use of the scout rifle to obviously weaken the target with Rapid Fire Ranger, something that we had in a previous season of Destiny and was used quite a lot in endgame content. And of course pairing that with the semi-auto striker, where if you have less than 2 stacks of armor charge, rapid precision shots with bows, snipers and scout rifles will generate an armor charge, thereby always having your armor charge up if you are accurate with the scout rifle. And that wraps it up for this video. Thank you so much for joining. If you have any comments or if you'd like to discuss any potential builds for Destiny, please mention in the comments below. Thank you so much for joining, and I will see you in the next video.